Uh, what it do? Hope I look okay. Today's Wednesday. I think October 13th. I'm not sure. I'm in my car, obviously, and I think I'm gonna take a trip to the public library. Now, some people go, "What the fuck, the public library?" And then I would go, "Yeah, why the fucking public library?" But then again, why not? I gotta handle some business, and I need a place that's not home, that's not comfortable, so I can stay focused on my work. You know what I mean? And the reason for that is because I gotta handle some business, like I just said. I don't want to get into too many details about the business, but this business kind of got thrown in my lap, and the reason I need to handle it is because for the people that know, even though I've been technically working in mental health, since 2019, I got a job in healthcare, working with mental illness. Recently, I think I was hired on August 27th, and then I had 21 days to get all of these state testing done that is required by my job to be a intensive registered behavioral technician, so to speak. And I did, and pretty much been hired since like September 16th officially, after getting all the tests done. And what ends up happening with that is that since I am taking care of my son full time, 24/7, since July, I have to plan my schedules and everything around my son, which I have no problem doing because nothing comes before my son. At least that's how I feel as a parent. Nothing comes before my son, which means my happiness, what I want to do, where I want to go. Ooh, almost in an accident. Where I want to go, things of that nature. Nothing comes before what my son needs and what my son wants, including relationships. So if my son doesn't want you or like you, then you kick him rocks. Even if I like you, because my son has to enjoy you, because you would then in fact be around my son, since I have him all the time. But anyway, with this job, I'll be working with people with mental disabilities, like I've been doing, but they can even be teenagers or children, and I'll be in their home like before. But since I don't have a partner that lives out here in California with me, and the closest relative that I have is my sister, who lives in Modesto, which isn't close at all from where I live in the East Bay. So I have to particularly choose a schedule that's going to fit my son's school schedule, because I pick him up from school and I take him to school every day. So it's very pivotal that I have a job that can work around that schedule, because I have no one as a partner that can help me out with a situation like this. You know what I mean? So I waited about 2 weeks for the recruiter to find me a client that has a schedule of their needs that kind of suited mine, and it has to be full-time. Well, a lot of the full-time schedules have been taken, at least at at least in the county of San Jose, which is where I would be working. So I just waited it out, have faith. Meanwhile, savings and shit are dwindling, and I actually got a schedule that fit my needs and my son's needs. And the day I was supposed to start work, after dropping my son off and heading home to get ready for work, I got served some papers by some police officers. Yeah, by some police officers. Requiring me to turn in my gun, telling me I had a restraining order, or at least a temporary restraining order, which really baffled me because I keep to myself, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the house 90% of the time. So I'm like, who the fuck would serve me a restraining order? Who the fuck is that close to me, mentally or physically, to serve me a restraining order? And unbeknownst to me, it's my baby mama. I got served some papers, which would really baffled me because, as I stated earlier, my partner, my baby mama, isn't even out here in California. That's right, she does not live in the state. She lives over 500 miles away, so how the fuck am I getting served some restraining order paperwork? And I know how it works. Usually if someone files for a restraining order, they then have to serve you to then, have you fight in court to defend yourself against this paperwork. And then if the judge, or when the judge hears both sides, then they choose who should have it or not, or modify it or whatever. So, but that's not what happened. I was given a restraining order, like a temporary restraining order, which means it's already partially been granted. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I never got served any paperwork, so I know I didn't miss any court dates, not to show up. And it turns out this one has been listed as a temporary restraining order due to domestic violence, which is, again, odd as fuck, because I'm not an abuser. And my partner lives over 500 miles away, technically since June. So as I'm getting served this paperwork on the 22nd of September, I'm very confused on who the fuck could I have been beaten on in September to serve me some restraining order paperwork. And I ain't got a girlfriend, so, or even a fuck buddy. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm fucking just baffled of how this even got filled out or even like granted. But I was told I had to turn in my gun or any weapons that I got to the police, but they wouldn't take my gun when they served me the paperwork, even though they were supposed to. This is why you just can't follow law enforcement to any extent because they don't really know how to do their job. As this motherfucker read the paperwork to me, telling me, oh, you have 24 hours to turn in this gun. And I'm like, I'm about to go to work. I'm not getting off until tomorrow. It was like, well, you need to turn it in. And I'm like, I got to be to work at the same time tomorrow after I drop off my son. It was like, well, if I was you, I turn in my weapons of guns or anything that this paperwork says, because it's a court order, to do it today, or it could lead to you being served the full restraining order and anything else the judge wants to permit if the person said it. So I'm like, fuck, like, are you telling me that I gotta fucking now take off work? And since I'm gonna be working with clients in their home with their relative or whoever it may be, my supervisor from the state of California and someone who works also within the company I just got hired is going to be overwatching me 3 days. 3 days in a row that they're going to be overwatching me, showing me what needs to be done with this client, making sure I'm going to be able to do the work before being granted the blessing of working regularly with the client until at least the client doesn't want me there anymore. And since I have to be there and work with this person for 3 days religiously, I don't have the ability to not come in for the first 72 hours. So I had to tell them that I couldn't come in due to this situation, and they had to give the schedule to someone else. And so because they had to give the schedule to someone else, I wasn't able to start work. Which really fucking sucked, because at the beginning of the month, I had to use like my last bit of my savings to pay for rent and bills and shit. So I'm strapped for cash in a mean way, because the woman I've been on and off involved with for 14 years, once again, has become my biggest obstacle in life. And it fucking sucks. And in this restraining order, there's no contact, no this, no that. And so, ironically, I had 8 days to prepare for this court hearing. Didn't even fucking get anything done. The court at least ruled in my favor that the child is staying with me, at least for now. Even though her and I agreed that the child will be with me for the next 7 fucking years, because only a man can raise a man, and a man can teach a boy how to become a man. But like always, the love of my life, my partner, always says one thing and does another, and never sticks to any fucking plan or an agreement. So now I'm sitting here juggling life, debating very harsh and big decisions on what I'm going to do financially, while I'm dealing with this long process of family court or criminal court. I don't really understand what it is, because to be granted any of this restraining order of a domestic violence, nigga, you better be, at least I thought, you had to be part of a fucking crime. Someone can't just accuse you of some shit like that, and And that coach just go, yeah, that's right, he is. He's an abuser. So I'm dealing with that. So I'm about to just try to study this paperwork that I didn't really get a chance to study. And in the process, take it from there, you know what I mean? And so I'm about to head to this public library at Hayward and see how it goes. So turn it in as we speak. I know it's been a while since I gave any type of video blog update, so I'm just doing it now. So I hope everyone's having a blessed day and having a better day than me. And yeah, y'all stay safe.